Okay, I had to do this video to explain a situation that has happened right now here in Brazil that got pretty serious, that has been being commented all over the world. Whatever, is there a risk of a dictatorship here in Brazil with what's happening right now with the Supreme Court here? I will discuss here in this video the situation, if we have this risk, what is really happening from a native perspective here, living here over the last 37 years here in Brazil. I'm native for you that doesn't know me, okay? So stay until the end of this video and let's talk a little bit about it, okay? So basically, what's happening? We have a judge here in Brazil that's called Alexander. He basically took the powers of a supreme god. Basically, is like this. Okay, he is doing whatever he wants. He is arresting people. He's closing social media here. He ordered to close the Twitter here, the X. Okay, and got a fight with Elon Musk. Okay, even with Elon Musk is fighting with this judge here. And, well, he basically can do whatever he wants. And he is just a judge. He is not the president, okay? That is something very, people are really worried with this here in Brazil. And many people that doesn't live here, that doesn't understand how the system here works, are being even more worried, thinking about the risk of some serious thing happen here, like happened in Venezuela, a complete communism, a complete shut down all companies here in Brazil. Is there any risk of this happening here? And the first thing I want to say here is that no, there is no risk of this happening. Okay, you can be very relaxed. Okay, and why this would never happen here in Brazil? First of all, Brazil is very big, okay? We have a very big country here, and as I say in other videos, there are a lot of things we have in the politics that prevents really radical changes happening, okay? So in the last 36 years I live here, I didn't even had any really radical change here in Brazil, okay? Brazil has been basically the same Brazil in the last century, as a matter of fact we can say this, okay? Yes, we have some changes. We have a dictatorship, a military dictatorship in the 80s. We have some, call it left government sometimes, call it right government sometimes, but we say left and right, but not really left and right. There's not a really big change, let me say like this, like as we experience in Venezuela, as we experience in Chile, okay, and as we are experiencing in Argentina right now with Milei, a really radical different government, okay? All the governments since in the last century, let me say like this, are basically the same. They do some changes, but in the end of the day, Brazil is really a stable country, okay? It's really, really stable. Since I was born in Brazil, it's basically the same, okay? Nothing really changed. The same political system, the same economical system, okay, because Brazil has this peculiar, it's not a left, it's not a right, it's only, the state here is only a way for the politicians make money and the big companies make money. All they want to do is make money. They are worried about this. There are sometimes we got some out of the system politician and he comes here and promises to change everything, and the Brazilians they suddenly begin all with a lot of hope in the country. Now the country is going on and on and on, and nothing really changes. Okay, in the end of the day, they are all the same. Okay, they are always worried about gaining power and making money. And you can be very calm that nothing really drastic will happen. In someday, this judge that's making all these things, in some way he will be like fired, let me say like this. It's not so simple like that. Or he will stay doing something, but not really something very drastic, because all that system here needs that Brazil be relatively stable, okay? Many politicians, many big companies depends on this system being like this forever, because they need to make money on this, okay? And the state here in Brazil is really something very big, that we have a lot of politicians, a lot of companies depending on the state to make money. A lot of the elite of the public servants, let me say like this, is just elite. They need the state to make money, okay? So in the end of the day, the state here is, the objective here is just this, basically, okay? We have a lot of interest in this. And my point here is, you can be very relaxed. Brazil will stay the same as he always be. In my opinion, maybe something will change, but not at my lifespan time, because the change Brazil really need. It's very difficult. This generation here will be in favor of that, because as I say, Brazil is very big. There is a lot of people here, and the system is so, with a lot of triggers that prevent some radical thing happens. If radical things doesn't happen here in Brazil, we will not see change, okay? Maybe in another video I will record another video about that. But for you that is a foreign that is seeing this video, what is important for you? What's important for you is, I'm putting a lot in the perspective of a foreign, because I record this video for foreigners, okay? So I really put the interest of a foreign that is seeing this video in first place, okay? And what a foreign wants to know. If he is investing here in Brazil, is risking building a life in Brazil, and I consider it's not risk, okay? As I say in the beginning of this video, Brazil is very stable. He's always in crisis, and crises are good for who is a foreign that make money in strong currency. So maybe you see a lot of volatility in the dollar, the relation dollar-real, but in the long term, if you take a graphic, you see there is a huge depreciation of the real in relation to the dollar, okay? And the long-term trend is basically the same, okay? It will take a long time to people really shift the conscience and really elect different politicians. It will take several decades to really see some change in Brazil. In the next 30 years, in my opinion, as following what I study, what I live, what I see people, how they think here in Brazil, it's almost impossible we have some drastic, radical change, okay? You can be very relaxed, you can come here to Brazil, you can just buy property here, build a life here, your dollar will always be more valuable with the long term, okay? Obviously, I'm not, I don't know the future 100% of sure, okay? I cannot say this, but what I can tell you about is about possibilities. And the possibilities, in my opinion, my vision, are a lot more. Brazil stay the same for the next 10, 20 years. Alexa, party. Alexa was almost ringing the bell here. Okay, she shut up. Okay, so this is, I think you got my point. Put in the comments if you want me to record more videos about politics, how the political system works here. I don't know if this video will be a lot of views. Generally, I don't talk about a lot about this topic because people don't show interest, but put in the comment if you want more videos about that. Okay, so that's it. Thank you. See you.